Welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I am Marc. I am your storyteller once again, playing Kult Divinity Lost. Aaron can't be here this week, so we are taking another break from Black Madonna before we carry on with Chapter 2. And we are playing one of the horror starters from the upcoming Broken Reflections source book. So this is a very... so it's very improv heavy. I did give them some of the questions beforehand just so we can go over it a little bit, but we'll read through, we'll try and play the scenario as the starter as it gives it, so we'll read through the things that have been read, ask the questions, get the answers, and move on from there. The lovely people that are with me can introduce themselves in a second, and then we'll just get started. So we'll start with you, Lanhee. Introduce yourself, my dear.
Hello, I'm Lanhee, and tonight I will be playing Scarlett.
Scarlett, that's a lovely name. Lavaita.
Hello, I'm Lavaita. I will be playing Becca Vale, is her surname, and she's a teen on the run, or on the streets. On the run.
We'll find that out in a second.
Yeah,
wait until you're asked, missus.
I thought you were...
No, I'm legitimate, it's fine. And last but not least, Yeti.
I'm Yeti, and I'm so glad I'm not the only one who's, occasionally awkward in these situations. I will be playing Lauren, who probably also is awkward in these situations.
This is how we do it. We're just all awkward, and the games just turn into... But it's all good. So, as I said, we start with what we need to read. The scenario, in case you're interested, is Laughing Matters. Yeah. So, for whatever reason, your characters have maybe for lesser time, maybe a bit longer, lived on the street. I can speak, I promise. On the street. You are all unhoused. You move about. Sometimes you're lucky enough to get in a shelter, depending on the weather. Maybe you want to sleep outside. There's alleyways. There are lots of different people. If you've never been homeless, it can be kind of difficult to. You only get the media picture of it, but it can be harsh. But there can also be a lot of warmth there as well with the people around you. But as hard as I said, it can be harsh, and we're in the cult world, and there's violence here, and you're all to some extent being sometimes I really can't speak. Can't even remember the German word at the moment. That you have all been exposed to. There's plenty to get by that don't commit any crimes. Maybe you are one of them, maybe not. Who knows? But you've probably done terrible things. Maybe things that were beneath your pride at some point, just so you could survive here. So, Lanhee, let me start with you. Who are you?
I am Scarlett Blackwood. I am a teen on the run from an abusive foster home. She has other siblings, but as the oldest, it was her place to kind of take care of them to the best she could, but she also knows that she couldn't stay there, so she decided to leave.
What was the straw that broke the camel's back there? What made you leave when you did?
She was not the best foster daughter. She got into a lot of fights and did a lot of things she shouldn't have done. So they basically gave her the ultimatum of she could leave and her siblings could stay and have a home and a roof over their head, or everyone would have to leave. So she made the choice to leave.
Okay. What are you good at?
She has she's very intuitive, so she has good intuition, and she can sense things that other people can't sense, like auras and ghosts and stuff like that.
Okay, so very very aware of the world that you're in. And so life in the streets marked you somehow What is it? What's it done to you? I remember what it is.
Yeah, I have to remember what it is. Sorry. She doesn't trust people very easily. And she's very easily threatened. So like if anyone yells at her or she feels that some harm is going to be done to her, she kind of like shuts down.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much. Lavaita, who are you playing now that you've spoiled us already? No, sorry.
Sorry.
Joking.
Becca's also a teen, but she's one that aged out of foster. So she was staying with a family, and then they made it clear that at 18 they're no longer responsible. So she's kind of left to her own devices at that point, and she left at that moment and wasn't able to find somewhere to live, and has been kind of living on the street since then.
What was the family like before they made it clear that you were to go?
They were fairly friendly and happy, but it was just they were, the money runs out at 18, and they couldn't afford to keep paying for someone who wasn't their own child at that point, which is why they tried to make arrangements with like the local council and find somewhere to put her up in, but there wasn't anything available.
So they actually tried to support you in that case?
And there'd have been people at her school and that kind of thing who might have tried to help, but she was also finishing at the school, so all the support was kind of dropping away at the same time.
Yeah. What is Becca good at?
Becca's really good at, like, she's quite quick-witted and difficult to fool.
Mm-hmm.
And also she's been kind of filling her days and also keeping interested by like making a map of the area and paying attention to the areas where the residents are a bit more transitory.
Mm-hmm.
So where there's likely to be an indoor space that's not occupied for a few days, she's more likely to be aware of where that is.
That makes sense. And how did street life mark her? Well, what is it that's? I mean, I don't think too long in the streets. So, what is it that's changed about you since you've?
She's found it very difficult to trust other people and even herself to an extent, because she's seen the full extent of the way that people can be duplicitous.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Yeti.
Yes.
So, who are you? Let's get deep.
I'm Lauren, and I'm a former mental patient. And upon my release, I just sort of slipped through the cracks, was bad with paperwork, lost my place, and ended up in the streets.
And did you want to be released when you were released, or was this a kind of, no, don't have space, this one's well enough?
Well, I was well for the time. It just wasn't as stable as we'd hoped, and it's all such a slippery slope, I guess. It's not easy, and I forgot how to do all these things for myself. I mean, maybe I never learned how to do all these things for myself. I've been in there for so long, and the world's changed, and now everybody's always staring at their phones, and they're not, like talking. They're just looking at them and doing other things that, like, you do on a computer or something.
They are talking, they're just texting. See, this is your problem. Don't want to talk to people, I just want to write to them. It's much simpler. What is Lauren good at? What's her strength here?
I know a lot of things about a lot of topics because they don't let you have social media at the mental clinic, so you just read a lot of books and watch a lot of TV, a lot of boring TV even. Yeah, I've just seen things, read things.
Nice. And how have the streets marked you?
I'm not getting my medication or anything, so I guess, well, I see things that other people don't. So
You're breaking up a wee bit.
could say they're hallucinations.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose.
Sorry, you're breaking up for me. Your internet connection looks good,
It's
but
difficult to know. Oh no. And what do we do about this? I mean, should we just hope that
No, I think at the moment keep going.
recording will take care of this?
Oh no, the recording will, but it does just so you can be heard in the stream. But it's all right again. Now it's weird because usually when something like that happens, I see that the internet connection's done. But at the moment, everything looks good. Apologies for that. Okay, you were hearing a fine, so maybe it's on my end. Let's hope not, because then I can't hear you, and that makes the game a lot more difficult. Back to the game. So the next section is another one to be read out. The escape. So you all know that there are people who hurt others for fun. And you know that both from your normal life, from society, as well as here. You know that these people don't have anything against anyone they hurt personally. It's just because you're there. You are an underclass or people that won't be missed. These people, the way you've heard of them, there's stories of people that are wealthy. They like to play with people's lives. They're like children. Just knocking things over. These people see themselves as being so far above you. Sorry, I just lost my place there. I keep on trying to change it and then getting distracted by chat. No more chat for me. Sorry. They see you as an inconvenience, an eyesore. And this isn't even just the super rich. People that don't really have much more than you do see it as the same. They'd probably be grateful if someone was to get rid of you, to move you on. They don't see you as people. Even though they are, maybe 1 or 2 paychecks away from ending up where you are much closer to you than they are to those people living in shining mansions and hills. You've heard about the rapes, about walls sprayed with brains and bullets, about lines of people tied to the ground to be run over with surplus tanks purchased in cash. These stories have been going about the camps for a long time. You'll always meet someone who knows someone that was taken. They kind of get in your subconscious. And you can imagine them. And in this world, you see it behind every corner. And like you said, Becca, because of this, maybe you're pay more attention to where the people are more transient, to where things would be, where it might be safer, where you might not be seen. But these death threats, the pleas of the people that you hear from the stories being taken, they go with you. They are in your dreams. They're in the back of your mind when you see an expensive car pull around the corner. It seemed like an urban legend at first. Sometimes you would seek shelter a little bit deeper in. But a couple of nights ago, people you knew were taken. Maybe a week ago. Really, really fast. You heard the noise of it. Nothing in the media. The cops do not give a shit. So all of you have been terrified. And tonight it happened to you. The flashlights came, bright, burning spots in your vision. They laughed. A big group of them, maybe 15, 20. Some dressed extremely well, others dressed like foot soldiers. Masks were worn. Even a couple of people wearing high heels. Thank you, I will. A couple of people wearing high heels, strange weapons being carried about in this slaughter. They just walked through. Some people were just killed on the spot, others were beaten. You were beaten. Lauren, you had a big patch of your hair pulled out from the back of your head. Scarlett, your nose, you thought it might be broken, but it's probably not. But when you screamed in pain, the woman that did it to you screamed back louder and laughing. Becca, they cut. You felt the knife slicing into you, never so deep, but each one stinging. And the chaos that ensued, the three of you managed to escape. Maybe others as well. You're not sure. Can each of you tell me a wound that you took during this? Not all at once. Come on.
Well, they cut my face. There's cuts on my cheek, a cut on my forehead. The blood ran into my eyes and blinded me momentarily, and I was worried they'd hurt my eyes too, but that passed. So small mercy.
There was one man wearing a mask that tried to take your eyes. You felt his thumbs push in. You felt surely jelly would pop. But someone shouted something and they stopped. His fingers still dug in, stars just flashing in front of your eyes. And he pushed you to the ground and went off laughing.
Scarlett has like cuts all over her arms and her legs from trying to fight back.
The cuts are not terribly deep. And they were made by more than one person. People would just come and maybe 3-4 standing over you. They would take turns taking little nicks out of you, watching as the blood streamed down your arms, your legs. Sorry. Becca, what about you?
Becca's got some cuts to her lower torso, more at the back, where the person was with the knife, and she tried to bandage it up and kind of wrap it tight with a blanket, but it's not doing the best job right now.
You felt the blade cut into you and curve. You think maybe there's something being written there or drawn or something, but it hurts. You were able to grab something when you escaped. Becca, what did you grab?
She grabbed a handgun.
What happened?
The person was leaning over and hadn't noticed that it was still in his back, like in his back pocket, and she lifted it without him noticing.
Did you shoot him to get away, or?
No, because that would have made a lot of noise and drawn other people. She kind of took it and was waiting for a moment, but then the moment that came didn't involve her shooting it. It involved her just getting away with it and hoping that it would be there to keep her safe another time. I think she sees it more of like something she can use to threaten people rather than something she would actually shoot at the moment.
Scarlett, what about you?
She took a machete with a strange symbol on it. While she was fighting back against the ones attacking her, she was able to wrestle it from one of them and kind of, for a small moment, use it in defense. But she didn't really know how to fight much, like with weapons. So, but you
managed to slash one of them enough to make the others laugh at them as they grab at their hand. They're missing 2 fingers, and you stumble off. Lauren.
Yes, I found a street dog. I guess they were maybe going to hurt it too.
There's a man standing over you, and he's grinning, and his hands are reaching for his belt. And he's laughing, and then he is screaming high-pitched as this dog, it looks young, not much more than a puppy, sinks its teeth into his balls. And he kicks at it to get it to move before he falls to the ground, crying. And you get the chance to get up. The puppy looks at you. You can see the teeth still spiky, milk teeth, and runs.
Those baby teeth, that when they're at their sharpest.
Exactly. So not all is lost. There's a chance of surviving. You're all lucky enough, for whatever reason, to have been under the bridge near the old amusement park, the abandoned one, the Enchanted Lands. Lauren, you've heard the tale many times, and you've probably told the others about a mysterious being that lives there. The fair lady in the lights. You know the...
That's why they call it the Enchanted Lands, right? How would it be enchanted if it didn't have a fair lady? Should
You
there
know
be a
about her.
lady?
No. The fair was there. The Enchanted Lands were there before she was. The name is just more apt now. You know lots. You've read lots. You have seen more than your fair share. Tim, you're right. That is exactly what they should do. Rescue the princess. Scarlett, when you first heard the story, you had the feel of it. You knew. Becca, it's not easy to trick you. First of all, you don't trust. Second of all, you are fairly quick-witted, and as you've heard the story repeated several times, there's things that just make sense about it. But all of you know that when there are creatures like this, all the stories, the fairy tales, these things are never as Disneyfied as you might wish. The Fair Lady in the Lights is known to be very passionate. There's passion and pain, and supposedly she haunts the carnival ground. But you all know, or you've all heard, that she might grant powerful abilities to anyone who can wake her up. You don't know whether it's true or not. You don't know if it's a myth or something about this city that is, there's things here that shouldn't be. There's legends about her, many, many legends. Some of them are probably full of shit. But you do know she's powerful. You do know she's sleeping. So when you all run towards this park, the Enchanted Lands. You find each other, but you don't know if you know each other. You can all see the scars you've all suffered. Maybe you come quickly to an agreement about her. Maybe you think, well, they're not going to come after you. They've had enough. Walking through the trees, also abandoned. It's entrance to the park. Not sure why, but no one goes here. The gate lies off its hinges. And as you step over the threshold, the smog that's all about the city all the time, that's gone. The air is clear, the sky is sprinkled with stars, and you can breathe again. The sounds of the city are far behind you. You hear the shouts and screams and sirens and everything else, but it's so far away. You hear much more clearly the rusty rides, the creak of wooden entertainments as they move. There's the slight scent of rancid candy floss. There's lights dotted throughout the park. None very strong, but you see some of the rides there. You see a massive roller coaster. A giant Ferris wheel that towers. It looks like it could scratch the stars itself. The only one, though, that looks to actually be functioning, so with the lights almost properly on, but still dark, is the haunted house. It's closest to you. Lauren, you've heard of a hag that lives there. Someone that helps this goddess. It's one of the more persistent parts of the tale. As you move forward, you hear the laughter again. The shrieks, the mocking, You hear gunshots. You hear pleas. Could this be a trap? Are they pushing you here?
I don't know. It's hard to know. I don't know if we should take a chance, but um, maybe they are following me. Maybe we should just take shelter. I mean, if it's not safe, then we can always run again, right?
I mean, we could at least stay for the night, and then then maybe look for a shelter in a different spot later. But you're the one that said that the goddess or whatever or creature was here. So I was just following what you said. Is this what you read? The place you read about, Lauren?
Yes, this is where the goddess lives. I'm sure of it.
What do you think, Becca? Should we just go in and?
Yeah, we might as well. There isn't anywhere else in the park that feels safer than this.
The house in front of you is painted red, black. There's booths nearby that maybe once sold popcorn or corn dogs or snacks or toys or games. And this haunted house looms over them. The carriages for going through it are locked in place in the tracks.
That's good. So we're not gonna get run over accidentally.
Which is always nice. The haunted house is about 3 floors. The design is kind of like wonky. I mean, crooked, everything at off angles. You can see the plastic skeletons and animatronics with the hair, fur missing from them, poking out. A ghostly laugh seems to echo out every so often. Some of the things, though, look strangely real. All over the house, though, you see graffiti, you see tags, then you see the light go on inside. And this looks like a warmer light, kind of candlelight. And from behind you, there's some of them. The voice is high. Why don't you 3 just wait there? We'll be over to finish you off soon. You hear a shotgun or something cock.
We should not wait here.
I agree.
All right. I guess it was worth a try. Come on then.
Are you entering the house or what are you doing?
What's the most obvious way away from those people?
The house is directly in front of you. Otherwise, you're going to be going over clear ground.
Let's go into the house then.
You would know that, so a haunted house, so like you've got the track goes round, but obviously people need to work in there, so you've got plenty of like doors and the corridors and things. You don't need to follow the tracks around and things. It's
Although I was going to ask if the cars were close enough for us to basically step from car to car rather than walking along the tracks.
Well, no, because the cars are only on the outside, so there's like 4 cars. All lined up, and people would come and get in. And
okay, there's like a longer gap between them.
No, they're just out the front though. Once you're inside, there's no cars there. You're just going in. You've got best to describe it. So you've got the haunted house. You've got all the things at the front. You've got the name across it, but the letters have all fallen off. And the car's sitting there. And as you look at it, so the cars would go to your left, and they would go through a door, and then into the haunted house, and then it would go through all 3 floors. Things jumping out at you and whatever. But the cars are only on the outside. You would need to get in through that initial door and then see what's there. The door, though, isn't closed. Usually it would be closed. The cars wouldn't open until the cars went in, but you can see a candlelight through the open door.
Becca's actively trying to get in the door.
The three of you book it. From behind you, laughter peels out. There's still a couple of 100 metres behind you. Too far for a shotgun to hit you. If you happen to glance back, you do see they've got a couple of people that are pulling on chains and leashes along behind them. One looks like they're missing an arm and a leg. You're not sure if they're alive. Inside smells musty. The wood creaks. The door closes slowly behind you, like it would do if a car had entered. A skeleton drops. It's missing maybe half of its bones. It's covered in dust. As if an old tape player. And you walk on.
Is the dog acting okay? I mean, I'm sort of expecting if this place were dangerous, it might not want to come in.
The dog will not leave your side at the moment. Every so often when you look at it, it gives a very happy, as if nothing's wrong. And then sometimes you'll glance down and you feel like he's almost wrapped around your leg.
This gives me confidence.
But it changes, but it doesn't seem to want to go far from you. The when things drop or things like that, it doesn't seem to get angry at that or react to that. My dog would go absolutely fucking nuts as soon as something made a noise or moved. You're not allowed to do that. What the fuck are you doing? Because my dog's a fucking idiot. But yeah, you follow the track around, not terribly far, and you see the first. So it's not quite lit, but the green exit sign that they need to have there by law. So emergency exit sort of thing. That's probably won't take you right outside because you seem to be, as you come in, you've moved around, so you're looking into the middle of the house. But it might take you to some other part.
I wonder if we'll be able to maybe find like a service room or something. You know, like that might be inside the house, but maybe not visible from the tracks.
You definitely can.
That's a bit more sheltered.
Do you want to go through the exit or do you want to look for another door? Because both are absolutely fine. So at the moment you're probably just up, going up towards the first floor. So it goes up like a small roller coaster, really.
I'm also mildly hoping that if there was such a thing as a service room, it might have supplies.
Might do.
You know, like that's sort of the kind of place where you, I don't know, like keep a first aid kit or something. Possibly even just a 6-pack of beer or, you know, some very stale donuts.
You never know unless you check.
Yeah, like I'm trying to look for that kind of, you know, like hidden room or hidden door rather that would be very subtle so that the guests in the train wouldn't spot it.
What about you both? Are you following Lauren's lead or want to strike out on your own?
I will follow Lauren's lead.
Also following, striking it sounds like a terrible idea at this point.
You follow along, more the underpowered sound effect come out. And you do find a small door. There's a little bit of steps down. It's beside a bath that looks like it's filled with blood, but it's actually like plastic, you think. There's a woman a plastic woman with no skin in it, bathing, and every so often it kind of twitches as if it's meant to move, but it's not a scary animatronic. You can tell what it is that's by looking at it. You put your hand on the door, and it opens, no problem. Swings. You hear the gunshot from downstairs. Shotgun splattering of wood. And the voice. Do you three think you can hide in here? Boys, wait here. I will take care of myself.
I gesture to the others to be very quiet as we slip inside the door.
Smells like old person. You know, when you used to visit your gran or something and she'd lived alone for a long time. You know, it's not a bad smell, just one that comes along. You see a small hut surrounded by very short grass, but like wild sort of grass. It's a little opening. A rocking chair out the front. An old woman has knitting in her hand. She looks very, very old. She's wearing layers of clothes. At first you think maybe she's a little bit bulkier, but it doesn't seem to be true. There's layers of patchwork robes. Round about the cabin, you see some small toys, a pram on its side, a couple of like bows for hair, clown masks, deflated mylar balloons. She kind of looks up as you come in. It's a hood up, so it's kind of shrouded in shadow. Visitors? It's been a long time. Would you like some tea?
Please, can you be quiet? I think there's somebody following us. They must not hear.
She looks scared for a second. Then she puts a long bony finger to her mouth and waves for you. Stands up and moves into her cabin.
I follow.
Before I follow, may I roll my sixth sense?
You can indeed.
I got a 12. So I would like to sense whether this person does she wish good or ill towards me or us in general?
You definitely don't get the feeling that she wishes ill towards you. She seems cautious, but definitely doesn't seem like she wants to hurt you or anything.
And
do you get an edge or something for that as well, or?
I just get to pick two options, and they're usable during the session.
Okay, so you can wait.
instead.
Yeah, you can wait until you're in the house and talking to her if you want. That can make it easier.
Yeah, I'll wait to talk to her for the other one.
Becca, you okay?
Becca's listening hard to see if there's anything like above the sound of the various animatronic sound effects that would indicate that they've come into the building or not.
Yes. From what you heard before, the door that you'd come in, so like down the stairs, so on the ground floor, you'd heard the shotgun blast there, and you heard her say that she would take care of it herself. And you hear her laugh every so often. Maybe at first you think it's to do with the animatronics or whatever, but quite quickly you realise, no, that's her laugh. Whoever this is, and it's something manic about it. Inside the hut, inside the cottage, is more of the it's like objects. There's piles of them. There's beanie hats. There are what look like the child's dummies, pacifiers, all piled up. Pictures that are being taken from rides hang from the ceiling as like decoration. The place is full of things. In the corner, there's a looks like a vampire coffin. Obviously cheap plastic, but surrounded by lots of knickknacks. The place looks like a lost and found. And as she walks through, she touches some of the things and you see a slight smile come to her face.
Is it so cluttered that it might seem like a good place to hide? You know, could one duck under the coffin or underneath the costumes or that kind of thing?
Maybe one of you, but three of you would probably be a stretch.
Afraid so.
We don't get many visitors to the park nowadays.
I understand. Please, we're in trouble. There's somebody hunting us.
Trouble, huh? And who'd be hunting a lovely threesome like you?
Oh, I don't know. I just bad people.
There's plenty of them in the world. So why did you come in here? What brought you to my lovely home? Sorry. Who are you actually?
Hello, I'm Scarlett. Do you live in here?
I do. I tend to the park as I can. What do you look like, Scarlett? What does she see looking at you?
So Scarlett is in like a black hoodie and has her hood up, and her hair is in braided pigtails. So she's kind of in all black, black hoodie, black leggings, black high tops.
Are you hurt, dear?
Yeah, but I'll be okay. She's pulling at her sleeve.
That was the bad people. They like hurting others for sport. My name's Lauren.
Nice to meet you, Lauren. She looks at you kind of askew for a second. You have good sight, don't you? And what about you, dear?
Oh,
She points a bony finger at you.
I'm Becca. Yeah, what they all just said. They're bad people who like hurting others, and we were trying to get away from them in here.
Lauren, Becca, what does the woman see when she's looking at you? We don't know what any of you look like.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm not as young as the others. In my early 30s, I guess. Not super well kept. Old clothes, couple of holes in them too, very filthy. Hair wild, just tucked into a ponytail, but strands escaping, and well, a bit of a well, except for being cut up, my face sort of betrays that I might have been on medication that's made it puffy, but at the same time it's also bony with sunken cheeks. So it's all a bit gone downhill.
What about you, Becca?
Becca's very slight, but she's quite quick with it. and she's wearing like a bunch of different layers for sort of practical reasons rather than style. So she's got like a battered hooded jacket and some dark trousers with lots of pockets and some gloves with the fingers worn thin. She keeps her hair tied back. It's black and it's kind of shoulder length.
My name's Malmora, and it is nice to have you visiting. But
Mamora. I repeat it, wondering if it brings up a memory, but no, I don't think I've heard that name before.
you have heard it. You've heard that there's someone here who helps the goddess as she sleeps, as she dreams. And the name Mamora rings a bell. Maybe there wasn't Mamora that you heard, but it's similar enough. So what can I do for you, ladies?
Just right now, we'd like to hide. Thank you.
You can't hide here, I'm sorry. This is not a place for hiding.
Where is good for hiding?
You chose the wrong place, my dear. There's plenty of places you could hide for a short time, but that's not what she wants.
Oh. What does she want then?
She wants you to get your revenge. She wants you to hurt them back. They've come here to hurt you, yes? Then you should hurt them. Not just hurt them, this smile on her face. Not just hurt them, you need to take pleasure. You need to open your senses. Maybe you can hurt yourselves, that might help as well. She wants their blood. Just do whatever you think, something that can awaken her passion, her lust for life. If you have a look at in the chat, I'd put reveal 1 and reveal 2. There are 2. Thanks, Tim. Yeti's volume's dropped. I'll get it here though. There are 2 moves. Make a tribute, manifest wish. These are special moves for this scenario. So make a tribute. What you do is you roll plus the given attribute, depending on what it is. I'll go over that in a second. If you get 15 plus, you get 2 favours. 10 to 14, you get 1 favour. And 9 or less, you get unforeseen repercussions. To activate it, so when you do something that fills the atmosphere with emotion, you can start nudging the goddess to wake up. So it gives some examples here. So you can roll plus charisma when tapping into the goddess's vanity and passion, when you make a small shrine to her or something, or you make out over someone's corpse, you seduce a killer, taste the blood of a dying enemy's wounds, then use it to write the goddess's name in the wall. Roll plus coolness when flirting with danger, risk death on a treacherous ride. Allow yourself to be the bait of an ambush. Drag a dying enemy behind you by the hair. Plus intuition when acting on powerful emotions. Break someone's spirit with words only. Bully someone or otherwise bring their emotions to a peak. Plus perception when playing with the senses. Distort your perception with drugs. Fight blindfolded. Suffer irreparable damage that hinders one of your 5 senses. Plus reason when acting with strategic forethought. Lead a hunter into a gruesome trap. Turn on the power generators and see the park come alive. Count cards when betting your life on a game of blackjack with a killer. Plus soul when showcasing raw divine power. Die and come back. Consume the magical power of an artifact. Willingly take on a curse. Give in to your madness. Actively warp the world around you. Plus violence when giving in to your rage and trauma. Wear your victim's entrails as a trophy. Paint a booth red with their blood. Hang a bleeding victim upside down with string lights and lie beneath them. Use the environment as a weapon. And for manifest wish, well, that's easy. You just spend your favours as you get them. She explains to you the sort of things that the goddess would like. And then you hear a bang, and she jumps out of her skin, and the front door smashes open, and a tall woman, blonde, hair tied back, a vicious, vicious grin on her face. Her makeup is impeccable. One of you might have seen her on TV, even. This is a CEO of a surveillance tech company. Maribel Simmons. Oh, 4 of you, and I think that one wasn't even... There's a loud bang. You see the gun kick in her hand. And the woman who just helped you falls to the ground, her blood seeping out of her head, covering her knickknacks, her found treasures. She even has a coffin. So she puts the gun in her left hand, and you see her take out a scalpel. We don't get any points for ones like her who just joined too late. Which of you would like to be first?
I would like to use my other option for my sixth sense.
Yes.
Which is act first in a threatening situation. This can
Excellent.
include even acting prior to a surprise attack.
Excellent, excellent. What would you like to do?
Sky, I love you, but I need you to stop.
Sky!
Sorry. So to do a tribute, are we doing that first, or are we attacking?
Well, you do the attacking, well, that'll count then as the tribute. So we'll just take the score from that, from your attack, rather than making extra rolls for it.
Okay, I would like to, I guess, just like dash at her and attack her with her machete, my machete.
Okay, so because you're dashing at her, I'm going to give you the option to so act under pressure to roll with coolness, or you can roll with violence, so combat, whichever you wish.
I will roll with violence.
Okay.
Ooh, I did not do well. I got a 6.
Right. What is your thing here? So there are 2 things from the questions at the beginning. There were so when we asked who you were and what you're good at, there are once when the character's background becomes relevant to a role, and once when a character's ability becomes relevant to a role, the player may reroll one or both of the dice as necessary. Now, since you are using your sixth sense, you can reroll those dice if you wish, but it's only this once. You won't be able to do it again while we play.
I think I'm gonna take the fail and then just use it in case I need it for.
But remember, you are also trying to make a tribute, so
okay, no, I'll
this can go very bad for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll then.
Okay.
It still failed. I got a 9.
Right. This doesn't mean that you actually fail, but it does mean that there's consequences for you. As you slash towards her, you lose your footing. And the machete slices into her arm and you feel it hit into the muscle, almost as if it's going to stop you from moving, and pushes forward. I want you to roll endure injury at -2 as a scalpel slashes towards your neck.
Ugh.
So that would make that a 13. Hold on.
So,
Yeah.
what we'll say here is that for the moment you drop the machete, take 2 harm, right? So that will the for later as you feel it slice into your neck. It doesn't go that far, but you do drop the machete for the moment. Sorry. But the hand that was holding the gun drops the gun from her. And as this happens, you feel something else. Your foot falls into something. You feel it sink and sink. And everything goes quiet. What are you doing, Lauren, Becca?
As Scarlett was distracting our huntress, I grab a clown's mask that I've been seeing lying around. So they hurt people for fun, huh? I'm not the kind of person who can easily do that kind of thing and enjoy it, but this one might. This is ha ha. It's gonna be funny when you bleed, ha ha. And pull this over my bleeding, disfigured face. And I also try to find a bigger costumey piece of clothing, maybe like a cloak or something.
Roll plus coolness, please.
Let's see how that goes. That's a 10.
So, what exactly were you looking for?
Just something bulky to sort of maybe wrap around myself for protection, or wrap around her something big like a coat, or yeah.
It's not a coat, it's a massive squirrel's head that would be on one of the people walking around.
Oh, I like it. This is very madcappy.
You die for that. Becca, what are you doing?
I had been having similar thoughts about trying to make something with props or grab something from the props, but I think given what Lauren's done, she may have paused at that and try and get a little bit further away from Lauren again as the manic laughter begins.
So what are you doing? What is it you want to...
I think moving away from this area...
So you're trying to escape?
Yeah, basically. Don't think I can help Scarlett. Lauren's gone in some sense. So yeah, looking to escape the room.
You look around and there's a doorway. The back, it looks like one of those ones that, that's split in two. You can open the top half, the bottom half. The rest of the costume, the squirrel costume, is blocking the bottom half.
Can I sort of kick it out of the way, or...?
It's too big for that. Yeah, you will need to manhandle it, which will take a little bit of time. But you're just fucking off and leaving your mates. That's
no. Mamora had said something about making tea, and it doesn't feel like there's tea making facilities in this area. I'm not looking to make tea. I'm just like,
doesn't look like there's much of anything in this area. You're quite surprised that a cottage could fit inside of the haunted house.
I'm trying to think now, because like the props and what might be there, and whether there'd be something that I would try and use.
It's not props. It really looks like a lost and found.
Oh, okay, so it's more kind of stuff people have left behind.
Yes.
Maybe there's a camera or something. I could make a flash that would dazzle.
You do have a gun.
Marabella. I know I do have a gun, but I don't want to fire a gun.
Okay. Why take the gun?
I'm getting to that. It's going to be more of a moment when I fire the gun.
Fair, no, absolutely fair.
I'm not
absolutely
going to
fair.
pull another anti-Chekhov gun. Don't worry. I'm not going to forget about the gun.
Yes, that camera. There's a couple in a pile. There's some, the cheap disposable ones. There's one that looks like fairly expensive. The lens is cracked on it, but the flash should still work.
So I'm basically thinking, turn the flash on, fire it off immediately as close to Marabella as possible, and then get out of there while she can't see.
Right. Okay, so she's standing over Scarlett, who looks to be sinking into the ground.
Yeah, that's a bit disturbing as well.
Her arm is bleeding. Her gun is on the floor, and she has a look of rage on her face. You will crawl, bitch. Stay on your knees, and she slashes towards Scarlett. Scarlett, I want you to roll avoid harm, please. -2.
Okay, I was like, what do I roll for that? I didn't. I got a 6 because I rolled an 8, and I'm fine. I'm doing great things. Scarlett's fine. She's fine.
Scarlett, what happens is that she tells you you're not kneeling. Your legs are sunk into the ground. And you try to move back and away from this as she slashes, so it doesn't go quite where she wants it to. But your left eye, you feel it burst as the scalpel moves into it. I want you to take a serious wound, please.
But this is going to be a tribute now, isn't it?
It can be if you want to roll for the tribute, yes.
Can I roll for the tribute?
You certainly can.
Can I roll?
It is plus I will let you roll. Oh no, hold on. Give me a second. Yeah.
Feels like perception, but it's your call, obviously.
Yeah, suffer irreparable damage that hinders one of your senses.
Yeah, that would be it. Yes, perception, please. Thank you very much for reading that for me.
These dice hate me.
Did you roll again?
No.
How bad?
I got a 6. Today's just not my day. It's fine. Scarlett's fine. She's doing amazing.
Scarlett, the first time one of your foster parents hurt you, what did they do?
So she keeps it very hidden, but she has near where her hair is kind of braided, there's a burn, someone took a cross or whatever, a cross necklace, and heated it and seared it into her. So there's a
Okay. You start to smell your flesh cooking. I want you to roll Keep It Together for me, please.
Okay, listen. I got a 3. At this point, Scarlett's just falling apart, and it's fine.
Okay. I want you to lower your stability, please. I'm going to say by 4. This is life-changing trauma. As one of your eyeballs has just burst, you are... your flesh is burning, and you can smell the person that did it. You remember the scent of them. You remember the look. You remember the touch of the crossbow on your neck, and it's happening again. And you find yourself on the floor, on your knees, in front of this woman grinning down at you. Yeah, lose 4 stability, please.
It's not like a character of mine hasn't been broken before, so we're just back at it.
I didn't know you were going to be speedrunning it.
Exactly. It's a one shot, so you're all good. The trauma can just come. I think I want to play this again a bit longer.
Distracted. I am going to rush up to her in my clown's mask with my giant squirrel head and say, "You want fun, bitch? You want fun? How about some bowling?" And then I bowl the giant squirrel head at her in the hopes of knocking her over.
Right, okay, I'm going to give you a +1 because Becca flashed the light at her.
I
So she's
sure
not.
That had worked yet. I thought
No, that's fine. No, because I didn't. Because of how we moved on, I kind of skipped it. But I think that still should count. So that the flash kind of puts her off kilter. So you get a +1 when you're rolling this.
Should this be a violence roll?
I would also be fine with act under pressure if you would rather, because of the situation
They're
and
the
because
same
you're.
+1 to me.
Then up to you. If you think one of them would work as a tribute, then feel free to do it. I don't think you're going to be. I
12
think
then with the bonus.
12 with a bonus. So what did you roll? Under pressure or combat?
This is crazy enough to. I mean,
But what did you roll plus for combat or under pressure? Right. Violence. I'd say yes, you can take one favor in this instance. But what happens is the head gets ruined. You smash it into her, knocking her back off her feet, and she stumbles backwards away from Scarlett. You see in the viewfinder, Becca, your finger kind of clicks and you catch the perfect picture, the moment of this big squirrel head smashing into this absolutely insane woman, and she's falling. Scarlett, are you broken already? Or one away?
No, baby girl's broken. She's
You're broken already?
living her best life. She's fine.
Then I would like you to roll see through the illusion, please.
Hey, look at there. Look, I got a 19.
The one you do not want to go well.
hello.
So those two are trying to save you. You're on the floor. You thought your legs are being eaten. You're bleeding. You're burning. And everything starts to shimmer. It goes quiet. And you see a woman, as if through the walls, she's wearing a long white gown. She has very dark hair. She's dark skinned. She has the flowers round about her. And she smiles at you and says, "Eat her face." What do you do now, Scarlett?
Well, at this point, she's broken, so she gonna do crazy things. So yeah, she's gonna try to bite this lady.
That's why I love playing with this, Lanhee. You don't need to try. You've been knocked over, bowled over. The mask kind of broken. You pull yourself onto her. She's confused for a moment until your teeth sink in. And I'm going to give you one favour here because you get the 19 and see through the illusion. In fact, no, you get 2 favours. See through the illusion. And you're doing as the goddess asked you to. And your teeth sink in through her cheek, first of all. And it's so much easier than you would have imagined. And the taste, it's not too different from pork, really. Takes you a second to pull off a chunk. You move on to the nose, and the whole time she's screaming into your face, but somehow her hands don't seem to be working. After a moment, you pull off her lips and your teeth, and you chew the Lauren, Becca, you're just standing there. Lauren, the puppy, joins Scarlett, starts chewing at the face, and this woman is screaming. You can see she's trying to kick or move, and she can't. And you all hear what can only be described as a delighted giggle.
I giggle along. Oh, fun and games! Fun and games!
Roll keep it together, please, Becca and Lauren.
I got a 10.
8 for me.
Right, I think for you, Lauren, you can lose 2 stability. You're not sure if what you're seeing is real. And part of you maybe even wants to join in a bit. The puppy turns to you and says, "It tastes so good." And it's back to eating. Becca.
I turn to Maribel's face to take a bite, but then I realize that the rubbery clown's mask is in the way, and I just get a mouth.
And the puppy kind of yells as you push out of the way. Yeah, but the clown's face gets in the blood. It's all smeared in blood. The Scarlett, you only stop once you're hitting into the bone of the skull and the teeth. Becca, how does this affect you?
I don't suppose I could be haunted by this at a later time, can I?
You certainly can, but I will choose a good time.
Yeah, I know you will.
This all doesn't take long, or most of it doesn't take long. The eating of the face takes maybe longer than you might have thought. Once you're done, Scarlett, you can take back 2 points of stability. And I don't know, how does Scarlett feel now realising what she did? And we can say that the favours make you feel good.
I think when she kind of gets back to her senses, she kind of almost inside she feels great about it, because she's like, this woman has been torturing us, but she's also terrified because she's never gotten to that point.
Yeah.
To where she's been this violent to anyone.
Completely understandable. Becca, you're a little bit shocked. Lauren, you are maybe a bit disappointed, confused. Scarlett, because you've got such a good success, as you leave this house, leaving the old woman and the dead CEO on the floor, you see something joyful from your past. What is it you see?
There was a good time with her foster parents where they all celebrated their birthdays. And it was what she would consider a normal family celebration, with cake, and all her friends got to come, and it was just normal.
And as you walk out the back of the house, through it by that the door there, so it's like the party's there. You see your friends. You get a gift put in your hands. What gift did you get?
She got a new journal because she likes to write. So it was a brand new journal with her name engraved on it, and a fountain pen that also had her name engraved on it.
Your favourite song comes on. Your siblings gather around you. The cake gets given out, and you have the taste of that cake on your lips. As you realise, it's not a journal you have in your hand. It's a machete with a strange sigil on it. And you push through a door, and you're back out in the theme park. The sky above you and stars. You see in the distance the flashlights, torches moving side to side. You hear screams. What do you all want to do?
I guess first things first, pull Scarlett out of the hole.
No, she's out. You're now outside of the house. Scarlett led you all out in Harmenia. You're now out of the haunted house completely.
I think I saw her. The goddess you were talking about, Lauren? I think I saw her.
Oh, that's good. We're supposed to put on a show for her, right? She likes to have fun.
Yeah.
And then she'll protect us.
She's the one that told me to eat the woman's face.
That was good. That was fun.
What are you both talking about? What are you doing? This is terrible. We dealt with her. That's a good thing. But eating her face? Was that really the best option right there and then?
Please
At the
don't be
moment,
mad.
probably. I mean, she was attacking me. What did you want me to do? Let her continue attacking me?
I didn't, but I felt like there might have been some middle route between those two options.
Well, it's taken care of now, so.
Oh, okay, fine.
You hear the barking of dogs. Multiple coming from round the side of the haunted house.
I think we need to go to the next building or structure to.
The
Well,
park kind of opens in front of you. There's the Ferris wheel off to the left. There is a giant wooden roller coaster to your right. The closest thing to you is a thing called Cave of Dreams. And it's like kind of a boat sort of thing. A water attraction. And yep, you can smell food. So fried food, popcorn, candy floss. The rancid smell's kind of gone.
How long has this place been closed for?
Long time. The dogs are getting closer.
no time now. We need to move.
Hey Rob, how you doing, mate? The puppy starts to tremble a little bit at the sound of these dogs.
Let's get out of here.
Which way do you want to head?
I mean, the Cave of Dreams is closest.
Yeah.
I hear you, but what if we just got in that big wheel and waited in that? Because they couldn't, like, if we could get it up, get in a pod thing, ride it up until we're high up and no one can get to us.
There's nothing working.
Damn it.
Melmora said we couldn't hide. Melmora said we needed to put on a show.
And they said they needed to kill us. Why do we start wondering about what other people want us to do right now?
I don't know what I want, so it's easier to do what other people
Becca,
want.
I've been very good in giving you 2 warnings already, but I would like you to avoid harm, please. As a Doberman has become a little bit more quiet and has jumped towards you.
I got a 7.
So you take one harm, and you feel the teeth of this giant dog sink into the flesh of your thigh. I'd like you to take a wound, please. And then the rest of the dogs are on you.
I rolled a 17.
You roll a 17 as there's 3 more dogs, and it seems they're taking one of each of you. So you, the puppy, Scarlett, and Becca's already been got. Because you rolled a 17, I'll say both you and the puppy are able to avoid the harm.
I got a 14.
The dog jumps on you, and you fall to the ground. You're going to take another harm here, not a wound, but harm as the dog's claws are digging into your shoulders. You're on the ground. Lauren, the puppy, hi, Myth Machine. Thanks for the raid. The puppy seems to have pushed you slightly out of the way and got you both safety, but now you have 2 dogs facing you. What do you want to do?
Well, now we can't run. They would follow, wouldn't they? Dogs always follow when you run.
You hear another laugh coming from the distance from the where the dogs came from. Good boys, good boys.
I'm not armed, so I pick up random stones from the ground to fling at them.
You want to fling a stone at one of the dogs? Roll engage in combat. I'll tell you, if you get a 15 plus, it will apply for the dog as well.
May I use
That's a 15. Look
There
at
you
me.
go. The dog's not going to do things. You're smashing a dog in the face with a stone. What happens to the dog? These are evil dogs, by the way. They like beat up their friends and stuff. They're not good dogs.
I guess I also get it sort of in the eye, and it hurts like hell, so it yelps and turns around.
You get stoned to the eye, and you not only does it hit the eye and it yelps and turns. These are dogs trained killers. What it does is it crushes the orbital. The dog's still alive, but it's not getting up from that. And the puppy, you're not sure, but something that size should not have been able to rip out that Doberman's throat like that. Scarlett, what you want to do is this: the dog is on top of you and it's snapping towards your face.
Am I allowed to use one of my favors now? Or
You can make a wish, yes. So how that works, I think you've got it in front of you. How it works, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I would like to warp the warp the illusion.
Warp the illusion. Yeah. So what do you want to make appear or do?
I would, because I'm just a mean person. I would like to warp it to where the dog forgets about me but thinks, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to word this correctly.
That's okay.
Can I warp it to where the dog thinks one of the people that's over it is me and attacks that person?
Yes, you certainly can.
Okay.
And as you make this wish, the dog stops for a second, gives your face a lick, and his head turns slowly, and you see arriving from around the side of the haunted house a woman, someone else you recognise from TV, designer clothes, very impractical, and she's not running, she's walking. You see another person behind her, a younger woman, glasses, hair tied up, with a clipboard in hand. She's seems to be following along. Yes, ma'am. Okay, yeah, ma'am. I think they got some of your. And that's where the dog jumps. Roll a d10 for me, please. Odds, it goes for the killer. Evens, it goes for the assistant.
Okay. I got a 9.
So that's odd, so it goes for the killer. Yeah. What does the dog do to this? How do I describe her? She looks like she's walking with a limp. There's a smile on her face that's just falling off as the dog jumps towards her. You know, the clothes are, cost more than you've seen maybe in all your life. They're extremely expensive. What does the dog do?
Do you know, like in movies where like the woman that's like over the dog thinks the dog's coming to like be pet, and so
Yeah.
she like leans down, and as soon as she leans down to pet it, the dog immediately just goes for her throat.
Yes. Excellent. And you see, what you can do here as well, roll. There won't be any negatives for this, but roll plus coolness, please.
I got a 15.
You can take another 2 favors as the dog's teeth sink into it, and you see the woman again in white, flowers in her hair, and she is clapping and giggling. And what's your favourite song, Scarlett?
My favorite song is right now. I listen to so many. A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman. That is one of my favorite songs.
And all of you hear this song. The even the dog that's got its teeth in you, Becca, seems to stop. And you feel as it turns its head, the teeth are in it, rips a little bit, and it's agony. But its head's cocked now. The assistant stops. The blood is splashed that's been torn out of the throat of her boss onto her face, and she screams the highest pitched scream. And she turns and runs, drops her clipboard. Her boss doesn't get to make a sound as the dog feeds into the neck, lapping up the blood. A gurgle as she tries to say the dog's name that goes nowhere. Becca, what are you doing?
She's taking the gun out of her pocket, taking the safety off as she takes it out, and she's going to try and shoot the dog as close as possible to the actual dog. Right.
As close as possible, you're shooting the dog.
Yeah. I don't want there to be any chance of not hitting the dog.
It's right on top of you. You can definitely shoot it. So roll plus violence. You would have got a negative, but because it's so close, you're not.
11. Success with complications.
You go deaf. The first time you ever shot a gun. Only in one ear. It's not permanent, but you feel a little bit of blood roll down your ear. But the dog is... Yeah, there's some teeth still stuck in your leg. Maybe a little bit of bone embedded there now. But this gun is powerful. You can take 1 favor as well.
Okay.
Things calm down quickly. The puppy is sniffing at the dog that killed the woman. The dog lifts its leg and pisses on the body. Then it kind of snaps at the puppy to make it go away because it doesn't really want it smelling its arse because it's not interested. The puppy doesn't take it very well. It starts barking, but the barks are quite high-pitched and very cute. I want you all to roll Keep It Together again, please.
What stalls and things are nearby us at the moment?
The stalls are all kind of dilapidated, but it's there. You can tell that one used to live the hook a duck sort of thing. A coconut throwing stall. Some where you can't tell what it is whatsoever.
I got a 20 for keep it together.
Fucking hell.
I got an 11.
14 for me.
Yeah.
Right, so for the 11 and 14, I don't know, one stability, and I would say scared is probably absolutely fine. Becca, I'd say you can take 2 favours for this with your roll plus coolness, because you were definitely risking death at the time. You were bait. You didn't allow yourself, but you were bait for an ambush. But you were dealing with this extremely well, considering that Scarlett's your friend. May not be the best friend, but you just saw her eat someone's face. You just saw a dog rip into its owner's throat. Your dog fucking bit you. You're going to be limping for a while, but you're handling it well. You can feel the hand on your shoulder.
The duck stall, is that completely mechanical?
No, it's basically nothing there. Would have been water running. The ducks would go round and round.
Yeah,
but there's
I
no
think
water
she's
running.
going to hang the dead dog up so it's dripping where the water would have been.
Nice. Okay, definitely allow your 2 things there. You take both the dead dogs, or 3 dead dogs. But you were the one that you shot.
The one that I shot is the primary.
Yeah, and you hang it up as a sign, and as you do, you feel a hand on your shoulder and a little breath against your ear, and you feel lips kissing against your cheek. And you turn, and there's no one there. Standing in the entrance to the cave, there is first you think it's a man, but there's something about its body. The limbs aren't the right size. The head moves in a strange way. There's a grin on its face. But it's kind of as it moves, lights kind of twinkle around him. It looks a little bit like a Christmas tree. The park has patrons once again. Come, join me. You have a little bit of time before these other adventures find their way to you.
Fun and games, yes.
Oh, most definitely. And as he says that, it kind of twinkles more and more. His face, it looks like a paper sort of mask as you get closer. It's a human face on it, but it looks like paper. So, he walks inside, turns to a little bit left of the path, and there's another door. And it looks like a kind of staff room. So what brings you to the Enchanted Lands? If you follow him, of course.
I mean, we were running from bad people, but now we've learned it can be fun to hurt them right back.
All people are bad, in my opinion. Just, it's dependent on scale. Tea?
I mean,
I will
That's
take some
kind.
tea.
Becca?
Is there any sign that this person can make us tea? Because I'm getting the feeling that people are going to keep offering us tea when they have no capacity to actually give us tea.
There is a kettle and some cups. There's no saucers or anything. There's a like a plastic thing of tea bags, so the round tetly ones.
This looks more reassuring. I think you'll definitely go for tea then.
The kettle goes on. You hear it start to hiss. So, you came here running from these people. Used to be we would get visitors who wanted to be here. You know? It's what a park should be, is it not? The kettle boils, tea's out. Sugar? Milk? Or cream? I know some of you like cream. No?
Just
Put it
milk,
sleep.
Yeah,
please.
thanks. Both.
I'll take sugar.
Does everyone's tea. Puts about half a kilo of sugar in his or theirs. I think what you want to do is turn on the generators. That'll bring her back to life, you know. He sips his tea and his pinky goes up. If you do that, then the carousel will appear.
Where are the generators?
Oh, I've always wanted to go, and then I, couldn't go outside. Wasn't allowed to. It'd be so nice to see what it was supposed to be like with the lights on.
It is a wonder to behold. It points towards a window that you're sure wasn't there a moment ago. And you see a concrete, it's like cube of a building. The maintenance building. It throws you a key. That's the key. You're doing quite well. I think she's getting close to waking up. A couple more tributes and I'm sure she'll offer you something nice. Drink up, drink up. He takes another long sip of his tea.
Is it actually good tea?
I think that depends. It's probably a little bit weak. You didn't leave it in for as long as you might have liked, but yeah. It's not the most expensive of teas. It's
I don't know. He didn't make, I don't know, rat dropping tea or something.
no. Unless you really dislike Tetleys, in which case I make no promises. But no, it's just tea. Do you know? I'll let you into a little secret. Death has no reign here. And if you look at the last reveal, there's a new move available to you called Evade Death. But if you were to die here, you could spend one of your favours. The goddess isn't very interested in that for the people she likes. Don't worry, those that you kill will stay dead, unless it's more fun to bring them back.
Fun for who? Us or the goddess?
Does it matter?
I think depending on the circumstances, it might matter quite a lot.
I'm having a great time, so
He lifts his tea and cheers. This place is, well, for humans, it's rather interesting. Your subconscious can warp this place. And it's true what they say. Whatever you feel shapes the world around you. You can use that to your advantage, you know. Your rage, your terror, your joy, let it run wild, and it'll change this place. It'll affect it, shape it. Sky's the limit, really. Now, I think I want to go for a bath, and I am desperate to see what you do with the rest of those arseholes that are chasing you. So, hush hush. And he gives the dog a biscuit. Only one.
He's eaten.
He likes it, the biscuit, he likes it, the whatever this thing is.
think we should go to the generator.
A marvellous idea. I knew you people were bright.
I'd love to see the lights on. It must be marvelous.
Let's go to the generator.
We can shape this place with our thoughts. There's no sway. We can shape this place with our thoughts. This is amazing. This isn't what they taught me in therapy.
He takes you through the Cave of Dreams, and you follow the path of the water. And at first, when you come in, it was stagnant and stinking, but as you go, it becomes more fresh. The lighting's a little bit more colourful. You start to see what would have been elves and dwarves and animatronics. They're all still now, a lot of them in disrepair, but there's a certain joy to them. And then you're outside again. And you see the building. And you see two young men wearing suits, talking, smoking, over by the roller coaster. They haven't noticed you yet. Hurry along now.
We can get past them, right? We can sneak.
Of course.
Maybe you could just imagine a world where they can't see us.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? And I guess I imagine a wall to grow in between us and them so they can't see.
So you would want to take a favour, use your favour then for that?
Yes, please.
Right, so then you have no more favours, yeah?
Yeah.
Or do you still have? Okay.
I'm too eager to use this new gift they've told me about. I'm not saving. Who knows what, when our next one.
Exactly. What does this look like as the wall grows?
This is going to be an absolute fairy tale castle wall made out of giant stones and grown with moss and ivy.
Guys, and it starts off slow and they still don't notice. By the time they feel the rumbling, both of them turn. You see their faces. One looks probably about 20 years old. He still has a little bit of acne around about his face. The other looks like, one of those people that in an expensive newspaper, so at a higher class newspaper, would be bemoaning the fate of the white race. And as the wall shoots up, you get a wonderful image of their faces of shock, just as their eyes alight on the three of you. And then they can't see you. And the wall goes, and it's easily 3 meters tall. It's still growing, but slowly.
Becca walks up smartly to the building and with the keys ready to unlock the door.
It's a concrete cube, and I mean really cube. It doesn't look like it should be part of the park. Or something about it should probably be hidden. You hear to the back, so like a click, and you see the same like chain link fences, barbed wire at the top, and you see the generators, and it looks like one's trying to turn over, but it's not. They've been active for a while. You don't even know if they'll still work. You unlock the door. You head in. And immediately, you see a spark in front of you. Then another a little bit after. And another a bit after that. What do you do?
Becca kind of hesitates, waiting to see what the spark is coming from and whether it's something electrically unsafe or...
It doesn't look like it. Wait, but you do notice when the spark goes, you see the pictures on the walls. And it's paintings and photographs of a carousel It's a massive thing. The horses and bright colours. Loads. So, I mean, maybe 50, 60 people on it. You see children, their heads thrown back, laughing. The parents with them from all different times, maybe the Victorian times till now. The various taken from various angles and various compositions. And if you don't move, then the first spark goes again, and then the next one, then the next one.
I'm not sure what to do in this place, so I guess except for the sparks, it's dark.
Yes, yes.
I sort of, try and grope around for something to do, like for a switch to turn or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I may have read a bunch of popular electronic magazines, but I've never been in a place like this before.
You flick the switch, nothing happens. The generators aren't running, so you wouldn't expect the lights to go on. A third time, the sparks start. Once, and a couple of meters, another one, and another one, and then round a corner.
I'm gonna follow the sparks.
And as you go along, see more and more of these pictures, photos. You start to see in the pictures your siblings, Scarlett. They look like they're having a wonderful time.
Oh.
Lauren, who do you see?
Well, it's been so long since I last saw my family. Their faces have almost faded from my memory. But there was my favorite nurse. She was always there for me, wasn't she? Suzanne. She was lovely.
You see
I always
her,
felt
and
very safe with her.
she's surrounded by people whose faces are just blurs as if they've been wiped. There's something familiar about each of them, but they're not quite there. Becca, what about you? Who do you see?
She sees her birth mother, who she knows but didn't raise her.
And she's smiling. The pictures of... You're not sure, you think it might be you beside her. One of them, and these things carry on. You don't see yourselves or people you know all the time, but every so often. It's a winding way, maybe longer than you thought it should be, but you find yourselves out the back by the generators. It doesn't look difficult. I mean, you're not sure they will turn on, but there's 3 there. Each has a giant switch. It needs to be flipped.
We could each take one and we could all go at once.
Yeah, let's try and do them all together on the count of 3.
Do we go on one or on go?
You decide. You're the boss.
Let's go on and go. So like
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go. The switches flip like hammers, and immediately everything is lit up. You hear the sound of children playing. You hear the roller coaster as it rushes down the track. People screaming as the waltzers go round and round and round. The lights, everything bright and flashing. Smell of foods, the cheers of people as they hit through the log flume, splashing them with water. You make your way back outside, and everything's still lit up, but the noises are muted somehow. The wall now has a large kind of bend in it, and you see the carousel. There's broken mirrors in the canopy, and the versions of you, the horses that you see as you walk towards it, are warped. The bright colours are muted. Despite the lights, you see the cockroaches, or because of the lights, you see the cockroaches scurrying across carved figures. And just beyond the metal horses that aren't horses anymore, they look more like instruments of torture, covered in blades and bumps and ridges. And it's going round and round. And the goddess sits sleeping. If you wish to awaken her, you need to think about her and spend one favour.
I would like to do that.
I can also do that.
So, what do you think of to bring her? What do you... You know that there needs to be something, but you're not sure. No one gave you a script for this. Do you get on the horses? Do you say something? Do you find a trophy? What do you do?
Well, Memora said that the goddess wanted sort of displays of emotion or displays of like intensity. I'm not sure where I'm going with this though at the moment. It feels like a lot that all the people who are sounding like they're having fun, if there are really other people there, they're having intense emotions already. Any ideas, Scarlett?
Maybe, does it matter what emotion it is that's intense?
No.
Maybe we should think of something that makes us extremely happy, or whatever emotion you feel is the strongest for you. I would like to think about when the whole birthday party, because that was when she was the happiest, so I will use that as her.
Okay. So you can spend one of your favours for that. Becca?
I think she sort of pokes at the rips where the dog bit at her, maybe tries to pull out any more of those teeth that are still embedded in there, and thinks about how much that hurt and how surprising it was, and then her own reaction of destroying the dog.
And you feel the kind of warmth flow through you at that. And the lights stop flickering. The melody that came on, that was slightly out of tune, starts to become more even. And Scarlett, Becca, you hear a voice. Come to me, my beloveds. Come. Join the ride.
Well, I'm extremely eager. I've been wishing to see this place up and running. That I've never been able to visit. In all the years that I was institutionalized, and we've been through crazy shit tonight, and everything is very, very much. And now the lights and sounds and music, that is overwhelming too. But this is a different kind of overwhelming, and
You don't hear the
find it
voice
alluring. That sucks, but I do see the carousel now.
You do, but not in the. It's more in the slow, out of tune, lights flickering.
Well, still, it's something. Like, we've managed to flip these switches. This is. I feel like I've got some like self-efficacy going on here, that my therapist has been throwing around a lot. And now we've flipped switches, and now there's a thing, and there's lights on, and sounds and music. It's real. It's pretty. It's not just on the TV.
Scarlett, Becca, you see the woman's head come up and smile as she pats at one of the horses and beckons to you.
Scarlett is going to get on.
And so is Becca.
Lauren, you see them getting on these horses. There's, as I said, they're part razor blades, and when you go on that, you feel cuts, but not. It's not like you get a wound from it, but it's not exactly comfortable. And it starts to pick up speed. Lauren, are you getting on?
Yes, most definitely.
As soon as Becca sat down, it started to pick up speed, and you're almost taking off your feet. And it's going round and round, and it's picking up speed, and the music is getting faster and louder. And the lights are bright, and they're just getting brighter and so bright you're covering your eyes slightly, and the music is louder and louder, and it's like a cacophony. And just as you're about to feel like you're about to be sick, she walks in between you, touches your horses, and laughs. Thank you for waking me up. I was so tired, and you can see up close now that their skin looks like it's kind of ceramic and cracked. There's some dots, the things where it's it's not been best kept care of. The ride as well keeps going between this dilapidated and vibrant kind of look. But this woman is beautiful. Lauren, you see her and she is just stunning. But she doesn't look at you. At one point, as it goes faster, she becomes a blur. And then the ride stops, or seems to stop. The ride's still going. Scarlett, Becca, you are standing in front of her. What can I give you as you help me awaken? How many favours do you both have? 2. 3? Fucking hell.
Sorry, I just realised I need to say that out loud because this could be a thing. I've got 2.
But Lauren, I forgot something. The dog kind of looks at you, and as the woman is talking to the others, the dog starts whining, and her porcelain face turns to you. Okay, her as well then. And the dog gives a yip. And she smiles beatifically at you. And even the imperfections in her are beautiful. So what can I give you? There are still many of those creatures roaming the park. I can give you the ability to destroy them, to stop them from ever hurting anyone else again, to tear them apart and bathe in their blood, to melt them with nothing but a look from your eyes. What can I give you? Please let me help you. And she's pleading with you, and you see the joy in her face as she talks about killing them.
Does it have to specifically be, about with the people chasing us, or can it be anything?
She kind of looks sad for a second. I can help you with almost anything, but these people have caused you so much pain. Do you not want to get rid of them first?
I do want to get rid of them, but I also have siblings that I want to make sure are safe.
She cocks her head at you. You have 3 favours, yes? Why not use 1 to, or 2 to get rid of these monsters? And use the last one, and I will give your siblings a place to live here in the park. Now that I'm awake again, we can repair everything. They can have jobs here, carnies of the finest art, the joy they could bring to people. She scratches the puppy's head.
I get very excited at the mention of this. We could live here. We could have a home and a purpose and make people happy. Yes.
She gives you a thinks look, and the puppy gives a bark. Yes, you as well. However, you have no favours left.
I will notify you of Lavaita's observation that we should maybe have earned a reason favor for turning on the generator.
No, because that was... Wait a minute, is that in the thing, turn on the generators? Well, fuck you all then, you all get a fucking favour for that, you bastards.
That puts me at
It says turn on the power generators.
It's not because of that, yeah.
That's the reason.
It's not you getting them, it's the fact that I forgot that annoys me. Right? I should have been the one to give it to you and been very happy, but no, Lavaita has come in and saved the day. Okay, man. No, I'm very glad. Yes, you all have one more favour then.
You know what I'm like? Give me a big list of things that we have to try and do, and I'll try and do some of them.
So, what will it be?
I want to melt the baddies, and then I want to live here. I want to cook popcorn and clean the carousel horses, and every now and then I want to smite somebody who is evil.
She laughs very high. It could be arranged. And both of you?
I want to make sure that they can never hurt anyone ever again. So killing off all of them, not just the ones that are chasing us. I would like to live here with my siblings and get them out of the situation they're in. I have 2 more and I don't know what to do with them.
Well, you want to kill the ones that are there and the ones outside, so that's 2. Right? How many siblings do you have?
2.
Then 1 each.
There, yep. That's all of them.
Becca?
Is Momora dead?
Yes.
So there's no one running the haunted house?
No.
What if the haunted house had 2 paths? One for the regular guests and one for people who were bad?
Her face lights up. That is something I could very much get behind.
I thought you could.
Oh, poetic justice. That is beautiful.
So, the carousel is still spinning around you all extremely fast. The lights, if you take a moment to look at them, are dizzying. But when you're talking to her, it seems normal. What do you say? Do we have a pact?
Yes.
Oh, please, yes.
Yes.
Excellent. And she laughs and the lights begin to flash and you feel thrown back as the carousel goes faster and faster and faster. And all 3 of you are exploded outwards into the park. And tell me, each of you, how you deal with one of the hunters and their followers, or... You wanted to melt them, Lauren.
Yes, I take off my clown's mask so that they will have to look at my cut and destroyed face. And, well, I fully imagine them as human ice cream cones that just dissipate under the heat of my angry gaze.
You see a man come towards you, his shirt's off. He's got 2 combat knives in his hands. You see his body is a massive scars with some smooth bits that you think might have been surgery. And he licks at his knife and falters as the skin starts to slough off of him. His eyes start to run down his cheeks, his lips melt and bubble until he's just a pile of goo on the floor. Scarlett?
Oh, you're a big softy, aren't you?
I want to be able to, because I'm pretty sure these people have killed some people. So I want to bring back as many as those spirits that I can, and just let those spirits have their way with that person.
Find the young man, the one that looks like the white power sort of guy. Very geeky looking, but awfully so. And when these spirits find him, at first he thinks he's going to be able to do his usual. He's spouting some fucking poetry that is absolute dog shit. And he realises as he tries to slash at them, bat at them, nothing hits. And then his first fingernail gets torn out. And then his little finger is broken. The cartilage in his right ear is crushed. And he starts to sob and scream and cry. And he doesn't die for a very, very long time. Becca?
The new haunted house has multiple paths in it. One is the usual sort of thing with slightly dodgy out-of-work actors and plastic horrors that are carefully lit. The other one is a path of reckoning, where corridors lead in on themselves, where doors lock when they shouldn't lock and open when they shouldn't open, and where some pits have razor blades in them.
And every so often, Becca, just when you're going about your normal day, you look at a child or a parent and you scream for a good 5 minutes as you see their face chewed off. And then you go back to tormenting the evil. And that's us with Laughing Matters. I hope you all had fun. I think I would like to do this in a slightly longer version so I could plan it maybe a bit better, but I enjoyed myself. How about you? No one? Oh well, fuck you then.
We're still processing.
We will do it around. You can plug anything you want to plug. Then we'll fuck off. Don't know if we're raiding someone because Lollygagger's in here. But yeah, I will need to fuck off because I'm knackered. But yeah, so we'll start with Lanhee. How was your game, your session?
I had a great time. I enjoy getting to play unhinged characters whenever possible. I don't have anything to plug because I'm not streaming on my personal channel right now. So
yeah, come again. You're going to run a game here soon. We're wanting to do for the October the World of Darkness stuff. We need to get that sorted. Lavaita, how about you?
I'm going to be Vampire should finally come back on the 4th of September now, because people keep doing things like getting involved in shows and having jobs, and so hopefully 4th of September we should be back. I'm also planning to run something off stream that will be on YouTube later, but we're just narrowing down a date for that. It's going to be a one shot. That's all for me at the moment. I'm on a couple of other people's streams playing a game called Big Walk at the moment. When I can. But I can't plug them specifically because I can't remember the full URLs.
God damn it. We will stick it in the YouTube description.
That's fine.
And last but not least, of course, Yeti.
I'm not sure it's out yet, but keep an eye on the Illusion Horror Cons channel, because we're playing a really innovative, I want to say, sci-fi heisty thing.
Oh, cool.
In the super lightweight narrative, A Very Bare system.
Okay.
And that is a lot of fun. I hope that comes out soon. And as for tonight, I mean, I think 2-hour one shot is sort of, that's a really tall order to like cram everything in. But gosh, they said it all.
But for a stream, that's what I can do. But yes, I hope you enjoyed it, or I'm glad you enjoyed it. Tim just said in the chat that he's looking at starting we're reading someone is starting a Shadow Dark game, which I'm very much looking forward to, and hopefully I'll play with him soon again. And we're reading someone. So bye.
Yep, we're going to read Iron New York, who are playing
Thank you.
Vampire the Masquerade.
Excellent.